Hi friends, today I am going to tell a magical part of the story Matilida. In this story, we are going to see a magic done by a 4-year-old little girl named Matilida. The magic is that she sits inside her tiny little room, traveling all over the world just sitting inside her tiny little room. Guess how? We will see the answer in this story. Let's begin with the story. Once upon a time, there lived a 4-year-old little girl named Matilida. She was 4 years old. She had even a brother named Michael. He was 9, but he was not really good at studies. Meanwhile, Matilida was really good at studies that she was able to read all the magazines and newspapers that lied on her house. In this time, Matilida was really bored reading the only book that laid in her house, which was her mother's secret recipe book. So she decided to ask her father to buy her a new book. So she asked, "Father, can you buy me a book for me to read?" Father replied, "A book? Why do you need a book? Can't you watch the television? You're being spoiled, my dear child." So the father her parents didn't encourage her in reading books at all, as they thought that she was being spoiled by that. As Matilida was left alone in the afternoons as her brother goes to school, her dad goes to the office, and her mother goes to play bingo all miles away, as she is really hooked in it. So Matilida decides to go to the public library in the village, and there she meets Mrs. Phillips. She is a librarian. Mrs. Phillips sees Matilida and gives her books. Asks her, "Do you want to get any book? Do you want any help?" But Matilida tells, "No, thank you," and she goes and takes her book from the children's section, and she's finished reading all the books from the children's section in only 1 month. So Mrs. Phillips was really shocked to hear this. Then she gave Matilida a book for teenagers. Matilida soon finished 14 books in just 6 months, which were for teenagers. Now Mrs. Phillips is more excited, and she goes to Matilida and tells that, "Do you know that you even have an option to borrow the books from the library, go home, read them, and return it back?" Then Matilida was really delighted to hear this. She told, "Oh, thank you." After that, Matilida started to take books every day to her home. She read it. And this is the answer of the magic I asked you in this beginning of this video. So, reading books is really important. Okay friends, each and every book we read makes changes in our lives. The story ends here. Okay friends, bye bye. Happy learning.